Alrighty, folks, we went 4-2 on my premium page for Wednesday. We had the Yankees, Phillies, Reds on the alternate run line, and we also cashed in on Golden State in the WNBA. We're also 3-0 in our last three chairman plays, and the good news is I've got another chairman play going off here for Thursday, and if you sign up for that membership, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days, and as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. Going to be included with your membership. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to my free pick video here today for Thursday, July 10th, 2025. Happy Thursday to you. Weekend's right around the corner. We are just about there. And if you're joining me for the first time here today, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks on YouTube since 2016. Of course, if you don't need access to a bunch of my premium selections, but maybe you could use like one a day, my daily best play is going to run you just $1.99 for 30 days worth of access. I currently have over 2,600 members who are signed up and active on my premium page right now. And with that, we're going to jump right into some free content. Mets-O's Game 1. That'll be a 12:05 Eastern first pitch. The Mets are minus 140, totals 9. David Peterson for New York, Charlie Morton for Baltimore. Now, Morton's just 5-7 with an ERA in the 5s. And as a staff, these Baltimore pitchers allow nearly double-digit hits a game. And they're facing a Mets club who's been pretty selective at the dish. They really don't strike out a whole lot. They draw a good amount of walks as well. Juan Soto with an OPS of 908, 21 homers for him. And Pete Alonso with 75 RBI on the year, OPS in the 900s as well. New York's last 4 straight on the road did get over the total, 9-1 to the over in their last 10 at any location. Baltimore games went 60% to the over in their last 10 themselves. I like the Mets minus 140, over 9 in Game 1. Cubs Twins 110 Eastern start. Chicago's minus $1.30, totals 9. Colin Ray for the Cubs, Chris Paddock for Minnesota. Now, Paddock's just 3-7 with an ERA of 4.64. And as a staff, these Minnesota pitchers have definitely struggled a bit at Target Field. They're in the bottom 10 in runs allowed in their own building, and they're facing one of the highest run-producing teams in the game in the Cubs. Seiya Suzuki with 25 homers, 77 ribbies. He's actually tied for the league lead in runs batted in. Meanwhile, Matt Bush and Kyle Tucker both have OPS averages in the 900s respectively. 7 out of these teams' last 10 head-to-head gatherings did get over the total. So if you're into historical trends, plenty of overs to go around. I like the Cubs minus 130, over 9. Mets-O's Game 2, 5:05 East. Baltimore's minus $1.20, totals 10. Tomo Sugano for the O's, Justin Hagenman for New York. Now, the Mets did get the W in 5 out of their last 6. 39 total runs they scored during that span. And they're going to face Tomo Sugano, who's recorded a handful of losses on the season, ERA of 4.44. As a staff, the O's are allowing 9.8 hits a game at Camden Yards. Give me the Mets plus $1, over 10 in Game 2. Marlins Reds 5:10 East. Cincinnati's $1.90, totals 9. Nick Lodolo for Cincinnati. Cal Quantrill for Miami. Now Quantri's just 3-7 with an ERA of 5.50. And as a staff, these Marlins pitchers have struggled a bit on the road. They're allowing nearly 6 runs a game in their travels. And they have to take on a top 10 run scoring team in Cincinnati. Ellie De La Cruz, 62 RBI, 22 stolen bases. TJ Friedl, on-base percentage of 367. Now, 7 out of the Reds' last 10 gatherings with Miami got over the total. So once again, if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. Marlins with overs in nearly 60% of their road games this year. Give me the Reds minus 1.5, over 9. Mariners Yankees 7:05 East. Seattle's $1.25, totals 9. Brian Wu for the M's, Marcus Stroman for New York. Now, the Yankees with overs in their last 10 straight. Seattle with overs in their last 3 straight on the road. And when it comes to the bats, well, both teams have plenty of guys who can clear the base paths. Cal Raleigh with a league best 36 home runs for the M's. Aaron Judge with the highest OPS average in Major League Baseball for the Yankees. I like the over 9 runs. Next matchup, Rays, Red Sox, 7:10 Eastern start. Both clubs are minus $1.10, totals 9. Walker Buehler for Boston, Taj Bradley for the Rays. And both starters with their fair share of troubles. Taj Bradley has a losing record on the year, ERA close to 5. Meanwhile, for Boston, Walker Buehler does not have a winning record either. Currently has a whip of 1.58. Of course, at the plate, both squads with some good stuff going on at the dish. Boston averages nearly double-digit hits a game at Fenway Park. Tampa Bay is a top 10 run-scoring team on the road. Give me the over 9 runs. Guardians, White Sox, 7:40 East. Cleveland's minus 135, totals 8.5. Logan Allen for the Guardians, John Cannon for Chicago. Now, Cannon's just 3-7, really not getting a ton of run support. White Sox are averaging only 7.2 hits per contest at the plate. They're going to face a Cleveland pitching staff who has thrown pretty well on the road. They are in the top 10 in fewest runs allowed in their travels. And out of their last 10 gatherings with the White Sox, Cleveland's held Chicago to just 6.8 hits a game. Now, no real surprise, the under cashed in 60% of those 10 head-to-head meetings. As far as this year is concerned, the Guardians saw unders in 6 out of their last 10 themselves. Meanwhile, White Sox games went 8-2 to the under in their last 10. I like the Guardians minus 135, under 8.5. Nationals, Cardinals, 7:45 East. St. Louis is minus 135, totals 8.5. Miles Michaelis for the Cards, Mike Soroka for Washington. Soroka's just 3-6 with an ERA of 5.40. And as a staff, the Nats are currently in the bottom 3 in runs allowed. They're facing a Cardinal lineup who's hit well at Busch Stadium. They're nearly in the top 5 in hits per game at home. Does a nice job making contact. The Redbirds are fanning just 6.8 times a game in front of their home crowd. Brendan Donovan with an on-base percentage of .367. Wilson Contreras with 51 ribbies on this season. 3 out of the Nats' last 4 on the road did get over the total. 9-1 of the over in their last 10 at any location. Give me St. Louis minus 135, over 8.5. Braves, Athletics, 9:05 East. Atlanta's $1.55, totals 10. Spencer Strider for the Braves. J.P. Sears for the A's. Now, Sears has recorded 7 wins on this season, whip of 1.27. When it comes to the run line, the A's have covered the number in 6 out of their last 10 ball games. Meanwhile, the Braves on the other side, well, they've been quite the opposite. They failed to cover in 7 out of their last 10 themselves. And in their road trips, Atlanta's covered the run line in just 40% of those games. And a lot of that has to do with the bats. Atlanta's averaging just 3.9 runs a game in their travels. 6 out of the Braves' last 10 outings did fall under the total. I like the A's, plus 1.5, under 10. Rangers, Angels, 9:38 East. Texas is $1.20, totals 9.5. Patrick Corbin for the Rangers, Jack Kokonowitz for Los Angeles. Now, the Angels got the W in 2 out of their last 3 in this current series with the Rangers, doing a nice job in their divisional home games as well. The Angels currently have a .667 win percentage against AL West opponents at Angels Stadium. And they're facing a Rangers squad who lost 7 out of their last 9 divisional road games themselves. Of course, at the plate, the Rangers have certainly had troubles rounding the base paths. They're averaging only 3.8 runs a game. Give the Angels plus $1, under 9.5. Diamondbacks, Padres, 9:40 Eastern start. Arizona's $1.20, totals 8.5. Eduardo Rodriguez for the D-backs, Randy Vasquez for San Diego. Now, the Padres are 7-4 in their divisional home games, .622 win percentage in all of their contests at Petco Park. They're striking out just 6.2 times a game on their own diamond. Top 3 in walks per contest at home. Fernando Tatis with an on-base percentage of .354. Manny Machado with 53 runs batted in. They're going to take on a 3-5 Eduardo Rodriguez, ERA of .578. Of course, as a staff, these Arizona pitchers are currently in the bottom 5 in runs allowed per game. Now, total-wise, 2 out of the D-backs, the last 3 on the road, did get over the number, 60% to the over in their last 10 at any location. Give me the Padres plus $1, over 8.5. With that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. I like the Mets minus 140, over 9 in Game 1. Give me the Cubs minus 130, over 9. We're 3-0 in our last 3 chairman plays on my premium page. Give me the Mets plus $1, over 10 in Game 2. Reds minus 1.5, over 9. I like the over 9 in that Mariners-Yankees matchup. Over 9, Rays, Red Sox. Guardians minus 135, under 8.5. Cardinals minus 135, over 8.5 runs. Athletics plus 1.5, under 10. Angels plus $1, under 9.5. Give me the Padres plus $1, over 8.5 runs. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. And if you do end up getting a membership here today on my premium site, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. Going to be included with your membership. That's why I always tell folks, my Gold Club package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. Gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. But most importantly, folks, gotta thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, folks, happy Thursday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium page.